Մենք կանգնած ենք այս շենքի առաջ,
We are standing in front of this building, and the planned massacre of our people was managed from this building as well.
նկատմամբ պլանավորված կոտորածը նաև այս շենքից է կառավարվել։ Կանգնած ենք այս շենքի առաջ,
Although we are standing in front of this building, my message is not particularly addressed to this building or, in this case, the particular country. My message is addressed to our people. Our people need to understand that only we can save ourselves. First of all, we need to have the desire to save ourselves. Salvation starts from our political consciousness. The Russian-Turkish alternative, which is a conspiracy, has been presented to us Armenians for a few hundred years, and we Armenians will continue to be massacred so long as the fact that we need to relieve ourselves of this alternative does not prevail in our political consciousness. The solution lies in our hands, dear people. What else has to happen for us to understand? Yesterday we all saw what happened in Shushi. Gunshots were fired at peaceful civilians. Those gunshots were Turkish gunshots, and they were fired under the supervision of Russia. Who doubts that the Russian side could have stopped that if it wanted to? Only naive people can have doubts. The road on which the incident took place is the road that Armenian drivers have been passing under the supervision of Russian soldiers for the past year. However, upon the request of the Russian side, Armenian specialists were called from Stepanakert to solve the problem with the water pipeline of the Russian side's blog post. But the Russians intentionally didn't ensure security of our fellow Armenians. What else has to happen for us to come to our senses? Indeed, against the backdrop of this sadness, we Armenians will eventually be reborn. This situation will change. I also have good news for all of us. By following the events taking place in Artsakh and directly interacting with the people, I can certainly say that over 80% of our compatriots living in Artsakh have already understood that Russian soldiers are as inimical. The only thing left is for people in Yerevan and the provinces of Armenia, as well as Armenians of the diaspora, to understand this. Of course, there is a concern. Although our compatriots living in Artsakh and Syunik province of Armenia have understood all that I mentioned, they have a concern, and it is substantiated. They also understand that sooner or later, as Haik Martirosyan confirmed, the Russians are going to step out of this region. If they step out, what is going to happen? How are we going to fill the vacuum? This is what we are concerned about. From now on, as a political force, we don't need to explain that the Russians and Turks have played with us Armenians however they wanted with their conspiratorial acts for hundreds of years. Today, as a political force, our sole objective is to provide a solution to get out of this situation. We also have to find out how we can dispel the concerns of the people. Yes, there is a fear. We should be afraid, and it is natural. So, there is only one solution. Dear people, our political force and the political council leading this movement have the key to the solution. And it is the following. The only way to get out of this situation and fill the vacuum is to ensure the presence of new peacekeeping troops by force of the international mandate, with the consent, under the sponsorship, upon the agreement, and with the participation of the future and real allies of Armenia before the removal of the Russian and Turkish troops from this region.
Խաղաղարար նոր զորքերի ներկայությունը ապահովելն է։
Now the ball is in the field of the people. Dear people, join us so that we can form a national vanguard in Yerevan as soon as possible so that we can implement this plan. Thank you.
Bianchi Goce, շնորհակալություն։
Բաժանորդագրվեք ազգային ժողովրդավարական բևեռի YouTube-յան ալիքին։